Alright, so the Oscar Snubs have been nominated, or nominations, we don't want to... Let's be a little PC here. Yeah, they're nominations. I agree with a lot. I usually conflict with most of the nominations in Oscar season, but there are some good ones this time. There are some obvious Oscar snubs, and that's what we're going to talk about. So the obvious elephant in the room, we're going to start off big. Inception's up for Best Picture. Christopher Nolan is not up for Best Director. How can a director produce a movie that gets people's imaginations thinking? People talk about the ending for months. They still talk about it. People find it intriguing. It deals with the mind and dreams. It does it well. And he wrote the movie, but yeah, that guy, whatever. Why? Because it is not a tour de force. Yeah, Inception is up for Best Picture, but honestly, I hope it wins. I really do. I don't know that it will. And I've been wrong about that kind of stuff before, but I always see this. I always see a bunch of movies out that I could see, yeah, they're nominated for Oscars because it appeals to, Academy people. But Inception, people liked it. Snobby people kinda liked it, which means it's not good enough to win in a really elite award ceremony. I think the Academy owes Christopher Nolan an Oscar for his past, 5 movies. But alas, Christopher Nolan snubbed for Best Director, and I'm pretty sure Inception's probably gonna get snubbed for Best Picture. I hope not, but we'll see. Also snubbed Best Actor, Leo DiCaprio. Shutter Island wasn't one of my favorite movies last year simply because it was really predictable for me. I knew what the twist in the end was going to be just from the trailer. And when a movie's that predictable, I can't have it be one of my favorites of the year. That being said, Leo DiCaprio kicked ass in his acting in the movie. The guy really always kicks ass in his acting, and he always gets snubbed. He's been nominated before, but he has never won. Maybe they're ahead of the curve. Maybe they're like, well, we're going to snub him for the win anyway, so why even nominate him? Maybe he banged the daughter of a member of the Academy back in his Titanic days. Who knows? Someone's got to be pissed at him. But Leonardo DiCaprio absolutely kicked ass and could have gone toe-to-toe with anyone in 2010 for Best Actor. And snubbed for Best Animation, where is Tangled? I mean, 2010 had a lot of animations, and of all the animations that came out, 3 are nominated, 2 of which I've heard of, and of those 2, they absolutely deserve to be there, yeah, for sure. But come on, people are hailing Tangled as like the return of the Disney princesses, and they're putting it on par with the Disney classics. No Oscar. We think only 3 deserve it. Come on, for the chemistry of awesome dudes and hot blondes, Tangled. Or even Guardians of Ga'Hoole, I thought it was awesome. It was badass. Owl badassery. Who needs it? Yeah, it's not memorable at all, because we're the Academy. And it is not a tour de force. And this next movie was snubbed for something visual or audio. Either visual effects, sound editing, something visual or audio, somewhere. Should have been given to Scott Pilgrim. But no, sound editing, let's nominate True Grit. I'm not a sound guru or anything like that, but did True Grit really have better sound editing than Scott Pilgrim vs. the World? Those sounds were awesome. I was in the theater. It sounded badass. I mean, love the movie or hate the movie, I almost dare you to pick a movie that had a more unique visual or audio spectrum than Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And shouldn't uniqueness be rewarded? No, not in the eyes of the Academy. Why? Because it is not a tour de force. And as for Tron Legacy, I thought the surroundings, the entire environment, was really good special effects wise. Clue? Not so much. That's probably why it got snubbed, because they didn't really refine Clue. But the soundtrack? Seriously, you're not going to nominate that? The soundtrack was not only badass, not only do I have it in my car right now, but it was half of what made the movie. Half the badassery from the movie came from the soundtrack. Give it up to Daft Punk for that original score. And of course there is a collection of shouldn't have been nominated, like Hereafter for special effects. Why is Hereafter nominated for special effects? But that tsunami scene? Yeah, the tsunami scene was really impressive. I'll give the tsunami scene that one scene. But in that, Skyline had more impressive special effects more often in the movie. Shit, movie, yeah, but I just want fair to be fair. If Hereafter is nominated for that one scene, Skyline should probably be nominated for all those scenes. Neither movie was good. Skyline was worse, but fair is fair. In the end, there are some justifiable nominations. I'll give the Academy that. But there are some hardcore snubs this year. And I know I can't get to everything. You guys have to feel that there are snubs that I didn't mention now. So here's your chance. Comment below. Let everyone know what you thought got snubbed in the Oscar nominations. Oh, hey, it just got brighter. And stay tuned for what we're calling the Justice League or the Avengers of Oscar predictions. Me, Schmo Snow, Tom Chattelbash, and Fury the Film Fan are all getting together and doing a collaborative video that should be out in the next few days as to what our predictions are for the Oscars. The main categories: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress. So check for that in the next few days. I'll put an annotation there when it comes out. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.